I just regret speaking with her that yesterday.
I still tell you this thing yesterday. Conversation is not necessary. I fear people, and the reason I fear people is my dad was poisoned.
A few years ago, my mom just got a job. I was sleeping in the night. I was feeling touch all over my body. The wife came to me with a plate of rice, told me that, please, I shouldn't tell my mom what happened.
My insecurity is my temper, my defensiveness.
I didn't really have the opportunity of having my dad love me through my flaws. He died at a very young age. It's kind of rewired my brain.
I've been through a lot on my own. I was on a job and I needed to stay somewhere. That night, I got assaulted.
What an emotional night, guys. First off, guys, Kassia said she regrets, having a conversation and apologizing to Onyeka. You all know what happened on Sunday and she felt the need to apologize to her. But I remember vividly that Kellyrae told her not to go. But if she really wants to go, it is fine and good. Kellyrae told her, don't go. There's no need to go there and be shalaying and doing anything because it will not change anything. And lo and behold, she apologized that Sunday. Even yesterday, when Onyeka broke down, and was still discussing about it, she mentioned the whole apology. I've really seen instances like 2 or 3 whereby Kassia did not take Kellyrae's words and at the end of the day, started regretting it. I think Kassia needs to, hold on to Kellyrae's word more seriously. She's regretting the whole apology because at the end of the day, nothing changed. The whole energy is still the same from both her own side and towards Onyeka. And coupled with the whole conspiracy she had with Wani concerning Onyeka as regards to nominations, it all made the whole thing tiring to her. If she had known, she wouldn't have apologized because at the end of the day, this housemate, they gossip about each other. So guys, moving on. Housemates were meant to open up and share their stories depicting vulnerability and growth. This will help, in the formation of their wager presentation for the week. Guys, in no particular order, what is going on in Nigeria? Why is it that our girl child are not safe? Nelly shared, Anita, Victoria, they shared their stories, guys. And you could literally hear things about being assaulted as a child. What is going on? Nelly shared her own story about how her mom, got a new job. She had to be going back and forth from work to home. And where they were living in the teacher's quarters, a pastor, one of the nights started, doing funny things. And at the end of the day, the pastor wife gave her a plate of rice, begging her not to tell her mom. Anita said something also in that line. Victoria also mentioned her own. She went for a job as a hostess. At the end of the day, she got stranded, couldn't get an accommodation. Something happened again. What is good? What is all this? Where are all these predators? If you keep 100 ladies, over half of them must have gone through things like that. What is the mean? What is going on? Oh God. Oh God, I feel so emotional. All of this happened, years back where there's still strong sense of moral. I can't even imagine what is going on in our present day and age now. Is it a crime to give birth to children? Is it a crime to have a girl child? You cannot even keep your children safe with friends, family member, outside, waiting they sup. People doing this thing, can't they just look for an adult? Consensual, whatever. Why do they have to go for young children? Moving on, guys. Moving on because I can't just wrap my head around it. It's too much. Kellyrae mentioned that he has, 3 fears as a human. He's scared of human, he's scared of not making it in life, and he's scared of criticism. Guys, and the first one, being scared of human came as a result of him losing his dad at a very tender age. In fact, he said he's 3 weeks old when his father was poisoned. So for that reason, he's scared of human beings. And it all makes sense now. Because I always say this thing that Kellyrae is that one particular housemate that will choose not to confront anybody. if you make him upset, he would rather say it behind you or go to Big Brothers in the diary room and express himself. And he's always conscious of Kassia confronting or indulging in a fight. Like, it all makes sense. Imagine your father being poisoned. What kind of life is this? Because fear will not fear human. That happened as a child. And he's still carrying on to that. Even till now. That is over 30s. God. Like, God, you really need to help your children. He mentioned that, he's scared of not making it in life, which is a normal thing for everybody. And it's funny how Big Brother showed us his wife's face when he said it. Okay, he also mentioned that he likes to help people and all of that. He's scared of criticism because, when he started his music career, he was scared that he wasn't good enough, how people was going to rate him and all of that. Nneka had a lot to say. But even in all that she was saying, she was trying to conceal a lot. She talked about how, her dad was not there to love her through her flaws because she lost her dad at a very tender age. How her friend, people she really trusted poisoned her. But thank God she was able to survive it. And the whole thing has rewired her brain. She sees things differently. She thinks differently. What normal humans will expect her to do or see, that she see it in a very different angle. She was trying to say a lot, but she was still trying to conceal a lot at the same time. Another person's story that really touched me is Wani and Handy. Wani said that the reason why she seemed confrontational and very defensive is how they were bullied as a child. They were bullied a lot. Even as adults, they are still being bullied. A lot of persons say they are olosho, just like the things Ruthie said about them, literally, said that has really affected her as a person and it has always made her to be on the defensive side. And they said that she has really not been a very expressive person. She's the kind of person that always shy away, and thankfully she's getting better and all of that. Tofa's story also touched me because we know that Tofa is that guy that is always a softy. He doesn't indulge in any strenuous or any activity that is actually physically challenging. And he said it because of how he grew up as a child. He went through a lot of medical condition, so that has kind of restructured his physique. Housemates, all share their story, but to me, these are the ones that resonate with me. Ozzy and Onyeka don't finally reconcile after the whole media round reporting Onyeka to everybody. Onyeka ignoring Ozzy as if he's not going to speak to him again. Last, Ozzy was the mediator. Ozzy came to Onyeka first, apologizing and making her see reasons that they actually value whatever friendship they share in the house. Onyeka and Ozzy finally had their lengthy chats, okay? They were just explaining to each other. Finally, our besties are back. And look at them. They even slept at the lounge together. These two people, lawyers. I dey hear things about lawyers. Seeing them physically on my TV, on a reality TV show, no, lawyers are strong. Lawyers are strong. It's funny how these two persons can never admit they are wrong. Onyeka will always prove her point from morning till night. Ozzy, on the other hand, will give you 1,001 reasons why you have to accept his own point of view. Onyeka and Ozzy, they fit each other. Did you guys see the supply Big Brother brought for this housemaid? For housemaid that won their wager, and they wagered 100%. What's going on? Why would Big Brother give them this tiny food? They couldn't even get full crate of eggs. Is it by force to fight? Is it by force to fight over food? This housemate worked hard for it. So why are they now giving them the food sparingly? This is just like the normal supply Big Brother will give to housemates when they did not win their wager. When they wagered 100%, like everywhere is supposed full for supply. If the housemates have decided they don't want to fight over food or they don't want to fight, they should leave them now. 2 packs of tomatoes, 6 pieces of egg. Like in fact, they even had to like start sharing it between themselves. That's not nice now.